It's time to taste the Klingon blood wine.
Kapla! But yeah, this is the Klingon blood wine. We bottled this on June 3rd, 2020. And it shouldn't be carbonated. I'm expecting it to pop. Just the tiniest little, that's it. But this is 15% ABV. If you didn't watch the entire series, there's a few other videos. There'll be links in the description below. That's the easiest way to go. And we're just going to pour a little bit of this out. Even though it's called wine, it felt weird putting it into wine glasses. You want more?
I do want more,
Just
but
seems like kind of a weak pour.
it's early. So let's leave it at that for now.
There you go. Now you have more. The reason we don't do a whole big pour on this is because, this probably isn't the only tasting we're going to be doing today. Now, our version of Klingon blood wine had a lot of things going on in it, okay? There's coffee in here, there's espresso, there's a capsicum version, there's honey, there's sugar, there's apples, there's plums. There's so much going on in this. But in the end, when we did the bottling, we really liked it. So I'm expecting big things today.
So to start off, we have this gorgeous, deep, dark red color. And when you look down into it, you can see that it's actually very clear. But when you try to look through it...
Yeah, it's actually quite clear.
It is thick.
It's kind of got a little bit of an amber red going on.
Yeah, it looks like blood.
So,
I was trying to think of a delicate way to say that, but it looks like blood.
On the smell, I definitely get like the apple grape thing going on. Like I can smell cinnamon in there. Mm-hmm. And here's the thing. What your brain perceives as flavors and aromas isn't necessarily what's in there. This is what I'm perceiving.
Now, because I know what we put in
this. I forget what we put in this.
I'm hunting for those things. So I'm trying to just forget and pretend like I don't know anything about this to give you a more...
I get cinnamon. I get clove. I actually get strawberry. And then it's got like, our sweet red wine, how that has like a tartness almost.
I get like dried fruit. We're like...
Prunes.
Warrior's drink.
They're more concentrated and almost smoky, but smoky isn't the right term for it.
There's no prunes in this. There is plum in this, though.
Yeah.
There's whole plums.
We thought about putting prune or prune juice in it because of Worf, and...
But that has nothing to do with blood wine.
But it has nothing to do with blood wine.
That's why we didn't do it.
So.
Though a lot of people thought we should have.
All right, I'm going in for a taste.
Yeah, I'm going in. Oh. Wow. Wow. That's just really, really good.
It's delightful. There is such a complexity to this that...
But it's also upfront slightly aggressive. Like, it's so powerfully flavorful. It's not, like, painful to drink. But there's so much flavor in it. It's really amazing.
I get sweetness
more for science.
And then I get spice, and then I get the peppery note from the chili, and I'm getting the tannins.
It's got a really nice tannic quality and astringency. It's not overly strong.
No.
It doesn't make your mouth go, like that. It doesn't do that at all. It doesn't make my tongue feel dry. It's actually quite sweet without being cloying. It's not, it feels very thick and rich in your mouth.
Yeah.
It's very coating, but as you can see, it's just as liquidy as anything else.
It's not like the icky coating, like cough syrup coating.
No, it's more just, it's such a powerful taste that it really coats your whole mouth.
In reference to another YouTube channel, dare I dare, it's like a warm blanket.
Okay, so we went there. All right.
Also, to quote my dad, it's like a party in my mouth because there's just so much going on.
Okay, her dad also says it makes his tongue happy.
Yes.
So there's that.
And this is in reference to beverages. No.
Yeah, we don't go there. Overall, I would say easily for the last like 20 or 30 that we've made, one of the best with ease. It's so unique that it's hard to categorize.
Yeah.
I would put this more with like the elderberry, the hibiscus, stuff like that as far as flavors, but it's much, much stronger flavored than them, and it's less
If I want
fruity.
to compare this to something that we've made before, I would compare this to the accidentally capsicumized.
Yes,
Elderberry?
very
Was
much
it the
like
elderberry
that.
that we did it?
It was an elderberry that accidentally got capsaicin in it. We're still not entirely sure how, but it happened.
Capsaicin is an oil, so who knows?
I would also say that if you took our sweet red wine, added capsicum to that, and poured in a little bit of the coffee mel, that would probably be the closest thing to this you could make. But even then, it's not the same because there's more going on here. Those flavors melded together really, really nice.
But this is really impressive, and I'm not just trying to be like, "Woo, look at us!" I
agonized over this recipe.
I didn't know what to expect from this, and we did a lot of brainstorming on what we thought, what visions.
We went back and forth
Klingon
for
blood wine
probably
evoked.
6 months on this before we actually decided to make it. We sat down and looked at every single thing that people were making on YouTube and in articles on how to make Klingon blood wine. They were all cocktails.
Yeah.
Every single one was a cocktail. And I was okay with that because I took some of their ideas. And then we researched what Star Trek says Klingon blood wine is, which, believe it or not, there was less information than in the YouTube channels. A lot of people were making stuff up just to make stuff up. So we went with the fact that it's supposed to be super strong and very aggressive, but it's also supposed to be sweet when it's young.
And this has still got sweetness in it.
This is still sweet. I would love to see what this is going to do when it ages. Now, we were hoping for something higher ABV, like 18, 20%. All right, at 15. I'm okay with that because at 15%, this will knock you on your butt. I mean, this is like drinking fruit punch with coffee in it. You know?
And unfortunately, for somebody like me, when I'm really enjoying the flavor profile of a beverage, I tend to drink it quickly and a lot of it.
Yeah.
And I could see that happening with this.
Very
and
easily.
At that 15%, that would be problematic.
Now, I mean, if we really wanted to just knock this out of the park and make it super alcoholic,
We just throw some
fortify
Everclear
it. Throw
in
some
it.
Everclear in there. You can make this 30, 40, 50% if you want to, which is kind of dumb. But it can be done, and I'm not calling the person doing it dumb. I'm saying the idea is kind of dumb because it's actually quite balanced right now.
Yeah,
It's
I'm afraid that
really
if you just,
nice.
you would be watering it down.
Yeah. I see it like this. If you want to drink spirits, drink spirits. You want to drink something that tastes good, drink something that tastes good. They don't always combine, but sometimes they do. That didn't even make sense in my head. But it sounded better in my head than it came out. So let's just...
The
I'm gonna
more
leave that.
I'm drinking this, the more the capsaicin is coming through.
Yep.
But normally for me, I don't appreciate getting a lot of the capsaicin.
Yeah.
But there's so much else going on that works well with that note that I'm not minding at all. I'm enjoying it.
It's just a mild capsicum note. It's not very strong at all. And I say capsicum, this isn't a mead. This is a wine. So it's just a mild, chili flavor in there. It's just almost like a little tinge of backbone. If I didn't tell you it was there, you might not realize it was there at all, is my feeling on it. I don't really taste it all that much. Just it's like a minor little tinge at the end there. But overall, this is...
So what would you drink this with? What would you pair it with?
Putting my feet up and sitting back. This is not, to me, this is more of an experience wine, kind of like some whiskeys, where I don't know that I would enjoy this with food as much as on its own, which is unusual for me to say. I normally drink wine and mead with food, and I enjoy it much better.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in here, and I think if you pair it with a strong food,
Red meat.
but a nice
a
steak would be good. But there's this other thing that's floating in my head that I can imagine pairing this with,
Chili.
and that is like a Asian pork soy noodle dish, which is funny that that's coming to my head because on
Plum
the
wine.
Cook's channel, we're thinking about doing another exploration in the world of Klingon cuisine,
Oh, yeah.
and that might
Guess
pair
what that might
nice with this.
Gah!
Still moving.
Gras is always best when served live.
Yeah, this was surprising. I thought it might be tasty. I was expecting it to be a little more of a kind of thing when you drank it, but it really isn't at all. It's powerful though, like
Oh, sure.
easily twice as much flavor as a typical wine has.
Yeah, if you have a really delicate palate, this might be a little overpowering for you
Yeah,
because there is so much packed in there.
we named it Klingon Blood Wine, so yeah.
But I could just keep on going on about how much I like this, but I really, really like this.
But yeah, as far as pairings, like I say, this is great on its own, which for me is unusual. Like I said, most wines I don't go that way, but I would say like a nice juicy steak would be incredible with this. Chili, things that are strongly flavored already, things that
but
might be
not-
spicy already.
But not, I don't want too much complexity.
No, you don't want to compete with it. You want to complement it.
That's why I like just a steak with no extra sauce or
Yeah.
anything, just cooked really perfectly.
With a lot of black pepper on it.
With a lot of black pepper.
This complements black pepper, I think.
Yeah.
We both said that too. Although she likes black pepper
I do.
anyway. It doesn't really matter. I would say though, that was great. And if you haven't watched the whole series, please go back and watch it. If you want to try this, go for it. We didn't really have any trouble with this one along the way. We step-fed it a little bit just to keep building up those flavors. It worked beautifully. Got us where we wanted it to be. So, as always, guys, thanks for watching. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.